Hello, everyone, and welcome to another English listening and learning practice video. Today, we are going to focus on a problem that many English learners face. You understand English when you read or listen to it, but when it's time to speak, you freeze, you don't know what to say, you feel nervous, or maybe the words just don't come out. You know them, but your mouth won't say them. Why does this happen? And how can you fix it? Let's talk about that. Why you understand but can't speak. Many learners spend a lot of time reading and listening. These are passive skills. You watch videos, read articles, listen to podcasts, and maybe even take notes. And that's great. That helps you learn vocabulary and grammar. It trains your brain to recognize English. But speaking is different. Speaking is active. It's like riding a bike. You can read about how to ride a bike. You can watch videos of other people riding a bike. But until you get on the bike and start pedaling, you won't really learn. It's the same with speaking English. Also, when you listen or read, you have time. You can go back, you can pause, you can look up words. When you speak, you don't have time. You need to think quickly and respond in real time. This makes it harder. Your brain needs to practice doing this. You need to train your mouth, your mind, and your memory together. Why speaking is so hard at first. Let's go deeper. One big reason is fear. You might be afraid of making mistakes. You might worry about how you sound. Maybe you think your accent isn't good enough. Maybe you feel shy. These feelings are normal, but they hold you back. Another reason is lack of practice. You might understand a word when you read it or hear it, but if you never say it out loud, your brain doesn't create a strong connection between the meaning and the sound you need to produce. Think of it like this. Your understanding is a quiet voice in your head, but speaking needs that voice to become loud, confident, and automatic. To do that, you need to train speaking like a muscle. Like going to the gym, you lift weights and your muscles get stronger. You speak English and your fluency gets stronger. The solution: practice speaking. Every day now, how do you practice speaking? You might think, but I don't have anyone to practice with. That's okay. You can still practice speaking by yourself. It's called shadowing. You listen to a native speaker and repeat what they say. Try to copy their pronunciation, their tone, and their speed. You can pause the video, repeat the sentence, and then play it again. This trains your brain and your mouth to work together. You can also talk to yourself in English. Describe what you're doing. I'm making coffee. I'm opening the door. I'm writing a message. It might feel strange, but it works. You're building fluency. And yes, talking to a tutor or a friend is even better. But don't wait for that. Start with what you have now. Even 5 minutes a day makes a difference. Another tip: use what you know. You don't need to speak perfect English. You just need to communicate. Many learners think, I don't know the right word. I can't speak. But that's not true. You can use simple words. You can explain the idea in another way. For example, if you forget the word refrigerator, you can say, the machine that keeps food cold. That works. People will understand you. Over time, you'll learn the right word. But don't stop speaking just because you don't know one word. Keep going. This builds confidence, and confidence helps you speak more. Bonus practice: listen and imitate. Let's try a short practice now. I'll say a sentence. You repeat after me. I understand English, but I want to speak better. Try it now. Pause for learner to repeat. Good. Again. I understand English, but I want to speak better. Now say, I will practice speaking every day. One more time. I will practice speaking every day. Great job! Keep doing this every day. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be consistent. Understand more. Siapa speak more. Here's another tip. The more you understand, the easier it becomes to speak. But the key is, don't just understand. Practice using the words you know. Let's say you learned the word important. Try making 3 sentences with it. This is an important meeting. Water is important for health. Learning English is important to me. Now say them out loud. This is how you move from passive knowledge to active use. How to make speaking a habit. Set a small goal. For example, I will speak English for 5 minutes every day. That's it. 5 minutes. You can talk about your day. You can describe a picture. You can answer a simple question like, what did I eat today? Or, what do I want to do tomorrow? Speak slowly at first. Use simple words. Don't worry about mistakes. And here's a secret. Even native speakers make mistakes. We all do. That's okay. The important thing is to keep going. Over time, you will feel more natural, more fluent, and more confident. What to do when you feel stuck? Sometimes you might feel stuck. You try to speak, but nothing comes out. Here's what to do. Pause and breathe. Don't panic. Think in English, even if it's simple. Say something, anything. Even, I need a second, is English. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to keep talking. Every time you do, you're training your brain to get faster and stronger. So when you feel like giving up, pause for a moment and remember the reason you started this journey. Think back to the very first time you imagined yourself speaking English fluently. What was that dream? Was it to travel the world? To connect with people from different cultures? To open up better career opportunities? Whatever your reason was, hold on to it. That reason is your fuel. It's your light when the path seems dark and uncertain. Think about the incredible opportunities that learning English can bring into your life. It's not just about grammar or vocabulary. It's about unlocking doors that were once closed. Imagine being able to watch your favorite movies without subtitles, understanding song lyrics that once seemed like a mystery, or even making friends from all over the world. English can become the bridge that connects you to a world of knowledge, culture, and connection. Now picture yourself in the future, speaking English with confidence and ease. You're having conversations without hesitation, expressing yourself clearly and naturally. People understand you, and you understand them. You laugh, share, and connect on a deeper level. You're no longer just learning English. You're living it. And in that future, you're achieving your dreams. Maybe you're giving a presentation at work in English, or maybe you're helping a traveler find their way, or perhaps you're even living abroad and enjoying a new culture. These are not impossible dreams. They are real possibilities, and every step you take now is leading you toward that future. Hold on to that vision of who you want to become. Let it be your motivation on the tough days. Let it push you forward when progress feels slow. And most importantly, remember to always be kind to yourself. Learning a language is not something that happens overnight. It's a journey that takes time, patience, and persistence. And if you're still showing up, still trying, still practicing, then you're already doing something amazing. If you make a mistake, don't be hard on yourself. Don't let self-doubt creep in and stop your progress. Mistakes are not failures. They are lessons. They are signs that you are brave enough to try. Instead of feeling bad, say to yourself, I'm learning and I'm improving every day. That mindset will carry you much further than perfection ever could. There will be days when everything just clicks. You'll suddenly understand a conversation, even if it's just a part of it. You'll say something in English without needing to translate it first in your head. You'll write a message or tell a story and realize you didn't need help. These little victories matter. They are proof that your efforts are working, even when progress feels invisible. And these beautiful moments, the ones where you surprise yourself, they will keep happening. As long as you keep trying, as long as you don't give up, they will keep coming. Every single effort you make, every word you learn, every mistake you make, they are all part of your success story. As I stand here today speaking to you in English, I want you to know something very personal. I was once where you are. I remember the frustration. I remember struggling to say even the simplest things. I felt shy. I was embarrassed to speak. I made so many mistakes, and I often wanted to give up, but I didn't. I kept going, even when it was hard, even when it felt like I wasn't improving, even when people didn't understand me. And over time, something changed. I started to believe in myself. I started to feel comfortable with the language. And slowly, I began to speak with confidence. If I could do it, then you can too. The journey of learning English might be long, and it might test your patience. But every step you take is worth it. Every moment you dedicate to learning is a moment invested in your future. With each new word, each conversation, and each moment of courage, you are building something incredible. You are building a brighter, more connected, and more empowered version of yourself. I remember the exact day when I understood what English truly meant to me. It was a warm afternoon. I was sitting in a park, enjoying some quiet time, when a tourist came up to me and asked for directions in English. Normally, I would panic. I would freeze or smile awkwardly. But that day, something was different. For the first time, I didn't hesitate. I didn't look away or avoid the conversation. I spoke. My sentences weren't perfect, and my accent was still strong, but I did it. I gave clear directions, and the tourist smiled and thanked me. That smile, that moment of human connection, felt like magic. It was then that I realized English isn't just a skill. It's a gift that allows us to connect, to help, to share. That small encounter taught me that English is a powerful tool, one that opens doors to kindness, understanding, and friendship. It showed me that learning English isn't just about textbooks. It's about real life. It's about sharing moments with others. It's about being understood and understanding in return. Learning English has changed my life in more ways than I can count. It taught me how to be patient with myself. It taught me that progress takes time and that every little step matters. It taught me to be resilient, to keep going, even when it's hard. And most importantly, it taught me that giving up is never the answer. Each word I learned, each mistake I made, each sentence I practiced, they were all part of something bigger. They were bricks in the foundation of a life filled with new opportunities. And the same is true for you. You might not see it now, but everything you're doing today, every video you watch, every sentence you repeat, every time you read out loud, is bringing you closer to the future you want. So don't stop. Keep learning, keep speaking, keep believing in yourself. Because one day, just like me, you'll look back and say, I was scared, I struggled, but I kept going, and now I can speak English. That will be your story. And what a powerful story it will be. And when that day comes, when you finally realize that you've made it, I want you to take a moment to celebrate yourself. I want you to pause, smile, and feel proud. Because you didn't give up. You stayed committed. You believed in yourself, even when it was hard, even when no one else saw the effort you were making. You overcame the fear, the doubt, and the frustration. And that is something truly remarkable. Maybe your journey has been full of ups and downs. Maybe there were days when you didn't study. Maybe there were moments when you felt like you had forgotten everything. That's okay. Progress is not a straight line. It curves, it dips, it climbs again. What matters is that you always found your way back. You always returned to the path, no matter how many times you strayed. That is strength. That is determination. And you know what else? You're not alone. There are millions of people just like you, working every day to improve, to grow, to become fluent. Every time you study, somewhere in the world, someone else is doing the same. You are part of a global community of learners, people who share the same dream, the same struggle, and the same hope. That's a beautiful thing. You're never truly alone on this journey. So the next time you feel discouraged, the next time you think, maybe this isn't for me, I want you to stop and breathe. Remind yourself, this is part of the process. Everyone who has ever learned a language has felt this way at some point, but the ones who succeed, they're not the smartest or the fastest. They're the ones who keep going. They're the ones who say, I will try again tomorrow. Don't compare your progress to anyone else. Your journey is your own, and your pace is perfect. Some people may seem to learn quickly, others may already speak with fluency. But what you don't see is the hours they spent practicing, the mistakes they made, the nights they stayed up repeating sentences over and over. You only see their results, not the road that got them there. Focus on your path. Trust in your process. And every time you feel that fear of speaking, that fear of saying something wrong, I want you to push past it. Speak anyway. Make mistakes boldly. Say what you want to say, even if it's not perfect. Because with every word you speak, you grow stronger. You train your mind. You train your tongue. You get closer to fluency. Courage grows with practice. Confidence comes from action. Yes, it's hard, but it's also worth it. Because one day, you'll be the one encouraging someone else. You'll be the one saying, I know it's hard, I've been there, but don't give up. If I can do it, you can too. And when you say those words, you'll mean them, because you'll remember how it felt to struggle, and you'll know how powerful it is to overcome. So right now, at this very moment, I want you to make a promise to yourself, a quiet promise, a strong promise. Promise that you will keep going. Promise that you will show up for yourself, not perfectly, but consistently. Promise that you'll be patient with yourself, that you'll celebrate your small victories, that you'll never forget why you started. Because the future version of you, the one who speaks English fluently, who travels with confidence, who interviews for jobs fearlessly, who watches movies and laughs with joy, that version of you is already waiting. And every lesson you learn, every challenge you face, brings you closer to becoming that person. The path ahead may still have challenges. There will still be words that confuse you, accents that are hard to understand, and times when you feel stuck. But remember, Being stuck is not the same as being broken. It's just part of growth. It's part of learning. And you are learning more than you realize. Even when it feels like you're not moving forward, your brain is still absorbing. Your ears are getting used to the sounds. Your mouth is learning how to move. Your mind is connecting new ideas. It's all working, quietly, patiently, beneath the surface. And one day, it will all come together, and you'll be amazed by how far you've come. So keep listening, keep reading, keep writing, keep speaking. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to try. Every effort you make is a step forward. Every attempt, no matter how small, matters. You are not just learning a language. You are becoming someone stronger, someone braver, someone unstoppable. You've already come this far. Don't stop now. You are building a future filled with confidence, freedom, and connection. And when you finally arrive at that moment where everything feels natural, when you're speaking and understanding without fear, you'll know that every struggle was worth it. You are on the right path. You are doing enough. And most importantly, you are enough. So, here we are, at the end of this message, but truly just the beginning of your journey. Let me tell you something important. You didn't come this far just to come this far. You came here to grow, to rise, to break limits. You came here to become more than you ever thought possible. And you will. Because every time you fall and get back up, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than any doubt, any fear, or any mistake. Every time you speak, no matter how imperfectly, you build courage. Every time you try again, even when it's hard, you're writing a story of resilience. And that story, it's powerful. It's yours. You are not just learning English. You are building a future that is bigger, bolder, and brighter. You are choosing growth over comfort. You are choosing hope over hesitation. So stand tall. Keep your eyes on the goal. You have everything you need inside you: the strength, the will, the fire. And if you ever feel tired, remember this: fluency is not a gift. It's not luck. It's earned. Through every minute you invest, every word you practice, every time you refuse to give up. So keep showing up, keep moving forward, keep becoming. Because one day, you won't be the one listening to this. You'll be the one saying it to someone else who needs it. You're not just learning English, you're becoming unstoppable. And your journey is just beginning.